Sometimes what would happen to me, Crohn's wise, is that I would get blocked up and nothing would go through and I would start to be sick. And where the blockage had happened, obviously the bowel was like, try and break it down. And it would eventually get whatever piece had got jammed through. And then diarrhea would follow because obviously everything stuck behind this bit was getting kind of mulched. So that is kind of the only times that I would have it. Since the operation, I've had 10 weeks of it. So I'm not taking too well to this at all. And I was told that my bowel movements would change after the operation. You know, they told me that, you know, your bowel's been handled and blah, blah, blah. And you've had this operation, you've got this joint and things will not be normal for a while and it'll take a few weeks to settle down. And I remember those words very well, to settle down. So I was under the impression that although things were not so good at the moment, they would settle down. And yeah, I have a feeling now that that is not going to happen. And today I was thinking, well, although my bowel was perforated and may have burst, maybe I shouldn't have gone for this op, because what I've got at the moment seems so much worse than what I had before. So I would have this kind of constipation and blocked up and be sick, and I would have a lot of pain and I would have bloating and I would have fatigue. But I suppose better the devil you know, because now I've got this crazy diarrhea. And the gastroenterologist told me today, oh, it's not diarrhea. That's normal for a Crohn's sufferer. And so for all of the rest of you out there who have Crohn's, who have this, I am so sorry for you, because I didn't realise up till now quite what you go through. And I did see on somebody's page, you know, the water bucket challenge that everyone was doing, you know, because it was so cool. So people who were not donating were doing it anyway. People who were donating, that was lovely, and it made them realise quite what the people, I can't remember the name of the disease, it'll come back to me, but the people who have that, how their nerve endings, how they feel, you know, during illness. And somebody had said, let's do the water bucket challenge for Crohn's, and somebody else had said underneath it, no, because we don't have that, it's so people can experience what these other poor people have. And then somebody had put underneath it, and I don't remember the name of the drug, I think it might be Picolax, let's get everyone to take 2 Picolax and sit on a loo for a few days, then they'll know how we feel. And I kind of was like, yep. So yes, I agree with that statement. It is absolutely horrible, and I've had Crohn's for 9 years, no, 8 years, well, probably longer than that, but 8 years since I got diagnosed, and I have never had this. And yeah, the thought of living out the rest of my years with this is quite upsetting to me today, because so I've got the other end of the spectrum. I've went from 1 and 2. I've now been between 4 and 6 and 7. You know, today has been a 7 day. So most days between 4 and 6, it's never been like harder than 4. So I was hoping, like, if you kind of take 1 and 7, the middle number is kind of, what, 3 and 4? Is that right? 4. Is that the middle number? So I was kind of hoping between a kind of 3 and 5 type middle range. And yeah, I'm kind of down the bottom end of that. So the wedding day, the day after, were fine. Most days since then have not been fine. Most days before that had not been fine. And I was thinking that that was it just starting to end, whereas now I've realised that this is obviously just a cycle that goes round, and some days you're fine and some days you're not. And I don't know, the kind of consistency doesn't seem to respond to anything, like all the stuff that I'm trying to eat, and like all the things that I'm trying to avoid, like coffee and orange juice and things like I used to have before, I'm avoiding now, but it doesn't seem to be making any difference. And today was absolutely horrible because we were obviously in town, having been at the hospital, and it would just come over you and I'd be like, oh my God, I need to go, I need to go, I need to go, I need to go now. And I would start to sweat and I would start to shake like I was freezing cold, and my bum would be like, hold on to it, hold on to it, don't go yet, don't go yet, don't go yet. And I would be like running to a toilet, and it was absolutely horrible. And I just thought, oh my God, this is not nice. And it makes you not want to go out. And there was a number of weeks there that I know I'm supposed to walk, but I wasn't going out because I was worried that I would have an accident. And I've got a friend with Crohn's disease who told me that she has had that. And she has, you know, been out and had to shower and, you know, has to take a change of clothes with her. And I just thought, oh my God, that's crazy. How lucky am I that I don't have that? But I do now. And I'm quite scared that that might happen because that would be quite an embarrassing situation. And I suppose there's nothing really you can do about it. And yeah, it feels very debilitating because you're kind of scared to go out. Well, I'm scared to go out. And today was not a good day, and obviously we're an hour from town, so then I've got an hour sitting in a car on the way home. And to add to this, I've got bloody piles. And bloody being the operative word, so this is going to be a piles special. For anyone who doesn't know what they are, I think they're swollen blood vessels that stick out of your bum a bit like grapes, and they are sore. And I got them for the first time last year, and one of them thrombosed, and I had to have it cut out, and they removed a pound-sized blood clot, and I'm very scared of that happening again. And these piles have been consistent since like week 2 after the operation, so I've had 8 weeks of this. I've been trying not to complain about them, hoping they'd go away, and they haven't, so I'm like, right, enough now. Now I've no more dignity, I'm going to talk about this. So, I talked about these a while before. These are godsend, they're amazing. So, it's like wet wipes for your bum, and it's soothing. The next best thing to having a bath and just soaking and being like, ah. So, yes, they are good. The hospital gave me cream ages ago, this cream that I have been putting, but then I decided that it is antiseptic soothing cream. It is what it says on it, but I thought, I think I need, because it's for nappy rash, pressure sores and irritated skin, and I thought, I think I need to get some kind of cream to actually get rid of these things. So, this has got a lovely name, Anusol. These are, sorry, it's all my details. I don't know if I should show you that. I'll show you this side of the box. Woo! These are suppositories. So I'll take one out and let you see it, and then I'll use it later. So you get quite a lot in a packet. Woo! Here they are. I might not actually need to take it out. You can kind of see from there what size it is, and you can compare it to the size of my finger. Yep. And you just insert this. And as you can see, I've only used one so far. I only got them the other day from the doctor. So, yeah, I had great fun inserting that. Because there's a number of little bulges around my bum, I couldn't find my hole. I had to squat with my legs like this, with my head down, peering in a mirror like, oh my God, where is it? So, very dignified. Yeah, second to going to somebody, can you find it? Can you do it for me? I didn't do that. Did it all by myself. Then I've got the cream that goes with it, that apparently shrinks piles, relieves discomfort and soothes itching. I don't know if anybody else has tried this and it's worked. I don't find it that great, and I actually find it a bit stingy. And I'm pretty sure it says on it not to use if you're bleeding. I thought it said it somewhere, but yeah. So you get external and internal piles. I'm not really too sure what I've got. I have a sneaky feeling I might have internal that have come out. But this has got, so this is the cream that you put on, and then it's got an extendable nozzle that you would attach. I'll attach it just onto the top of here so you can see. Oh, that's not working too well. We'll move it back. Ooh. So you would attach that on. It would actually go, ah! This is not working out. It would go down the bottom. But it's still quite a long nozzle. You know, big as my nose. You could imagine, like finger length again. It's the size, it's actually bigger than my little finger. So you could imagine where that would be going. I've not used that yet. I've just used the cream, which I just put on my finger and squelched about. There's another cream that I got given. So when I had the, what's it called? When I went to the hospital with the thrombosed one, I was given Emla, which is the cream that they sometimes put on children if they're giving them an injection to kind of numb it. I don't have that cream, but that cream was good. And this is the last thing. Wow. Dun dun dun! So I'm not going to squish it, but obviously you'd kind of hold it and squish it and take the end off. This is called, you see it there, Instilla Gel. Ooh. This is the best ever. Because I don't know what it is, if it's antiseptic, whatever it is. It feels like it freezes it. What does it say? It doesn't say what it is. So yeah, well, it basically feels as though it numbs it. It feels cold. It is very runny. I don't know if you can see in here. There's like a little bubble that will move around. It looks a lot thicker than what it is. It's actually quite runny. So you do end up with a bit of a squelchy, wet bum. So, yes. I have had these piles now for weeks, and they're getting progressively worse with the diarrhea. And the diarrhea that is not diarrhea, it's normal, that is going to continue. And therefore I would imagine the piles are going to continue. And I don't know, I would think probably get worse, since they have been getting worse. The only thing that the gastroenterologist told me today that made me feel a wee bit better was that my surgeon is a kind of expert in this. And I'm to ask him, I'm seeing him on Monday, and I'm to ask him about it. So that is what I'm going to do, and I'm really hoping that he's going to say, oh no, things will settle down, and once you find a kind of dietary thing, that'll work for you, like, I don't know, eating 1 million bananas a day, it'll all get better, and the piles will settle, because they won't operate on piles in a Crohn sufferer. So that is me. Feeling a bit sorry for myself and down, and I'm sorry for whinging. But I will let you know how things go with the surgeon next week, and I'm especially sorry for whinging to any Crohn sufferers out there who have had what I've got for like 20 years, and I've had it for like 8 weeks, and I'm like, ah! So yes, I'm very sorry. But yeah, 10 weeks on, and this is it. Bye-bye. Hello everybody. So this is the next day. So last night you got the depressed, I'm going to have diarrhea forevermore, and horrible piles. My mum like force fed me Imodium last night, and it's supposedly this stops diarrhea. Having never before had a problem with diarrhea, that's why I've never had it before or heard of it. So she gave me 2 last night, and today I haven't been to the toilet. So Imodium might be my best new friend. New best friend. So I'm feeling quite better today because I'm not constantly on the toilet. And she also dragged me out of bed, even though first thing this morning I was kind of poking ice cubes up my bum to try and ease the discomfort I was feeling. So I've had lots of painkillers and ice cubes and Instagel and I was like, I don't want to go out, I can't go out, I've got these piles and I've got this diarrhea. No. Anyway, she dragged me kicking and screaming to a jam making class and I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I was able to, as you can see just now, I'm able to sit, and I didn't have diarrhea, although I was a little bit sore, but I think because I was standing a lot of the time, maybe it wasn't as bad. But we were doing the course started at 10 and it was finished at 4, and I didn't manage the whole day. The first, say 2 hours, we're sitting kind of sat talking and asking questions about jam making. And so say we started, it was probably about 11:30-ish. And so we made the first lot of jam and then we stopped for lunch. And after lunch, I was really struggling quite a bit, and I managed another, say, half an hour, and then I said to my mum, no, I've got to come home. But I thought it was really good going, you know, to manage most of the day. So I didn't manage the last hour and a half. So I was very, very chuffed with myself, and I feel a lot better now. So it's kind of boosted my confidence. But I am very tired and had to come home, and I'm actually lying cuddled up. I've got a blanket. And amazing socks. I'll see if I can rotate you and see these. Can you see the amazing socks? So these are amazing socks that I got in Struntian, and not only are they handmade, but all the wool is, I'm going to say hand spun, hoping that that's the right word for it. So they're really cool and cozy. So I'm just chilling just now with the pigs, and normally facing her the other way, but it's quite dark. So so I'm going to rest for quite a while, but feeling very chuffed with myself, and I'm hoping that, it's my mummy, I'm hoping that in the next couple of weeks I'm going to go back to work part-time, and hoping that I will actually manage to do that. But I think I'm going to just start easy rather than go full blazes and then maybe fall on my face. But today was quite a good kind of example of how much I can do. But the only thing with this was I could go home if I wanted to. If I'm at work is normally 45 minutes away, so I have to kind of, I don't know, pace myself, I think is the right word, and decide what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it. Like, yeah, because the last thing I want to do is go back to work too soon and then let people down. So yeah, so hopefully kind of building up over the next couple of weeks and eating nothing but Imodium. Anyway, I'm going to see the surgeon on next week, so I'll let you know how it goes and if he says anything else interesting. And in a really weird way, I'm hoping that the piles are going to stay and not go down, so that he'll see them when they're at their worst, so that he doesn't go, you've been exaggerating. But yes. So one part of me was like, oh, I want them to go down, and the other half is like, I want them to stay, so he sees, so he knows I'm not making it up. And he knows, like, if he sees them at their worst, then if they happen again, I'll know what to do. Anywho, I'm going to go and chillax just now for a little while. Oh, but I will show you this. Oops, sorry. Hand in the camera, just because it's really cool and because we were making jam today. I got this in Dobie's Garden Centre, and I think it's the most amazing thing anywhere. It's a teddy bear filled with strawberry jam, and I just think it's really cool. So if anyone wants Christmas presents or just a present, I think they're cute. We didn't make jam in fancy jars like that, but the jam we made, I reckon, is going to taste better. Okay. Bye, everybody.